What if I broke our monogamous agreement? What if I told you I lied and didn't mean it?
Before August Alsina would set the world ablaze with claims that he had an affair with the very married Jada Pinkett Smith.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing.
Before August Alsina would clock in over 2 million subscribers on YouTube, 6.3 million followers on Instagram, and another million followers over on Twitter at the time of this recording. Just for the record, I can't get my Twitter to pop for the life of me, so be sure to go over there and give me a follow. Been sitting on 20K for like a year. Before August Alsina would pick up a BET award for Best New Artist in 2014 and would land a spot on the XXL freshman class list that same year.
I know that with the magazine, it's been catered to rappers, and I'm not a rapper, not by a long shot, but I have lived. I'm a real
Before August Alsina would be diagnosed with an autoimmune disease that affects his liver and resulted in him collapsing on stage. At the time of this recording, the biggest news story circulating the hip-hop gossip channels is August Alsina speaking out on his alleged affair with Jada Pinkett Smith. I mean, the memes, they're absolutely everywhere. His interview is currently trending on YouTube. His name, it's high on the Google Trends charts. And for those who don't keep up to date on everything hip-hop related, well, a lot of people have been asking, who the hell is August Alsina? Well, I'm gonna give you guys some Coles notes real quickly. He lived through Hurricane Katrina. He was kicked out his mom's house. He was homeless. He turned to drug dealing. He had a brother who was killed, and his future was looking pretty bleak, with the exception of some videos popping off on his YouTube channel. I mean, this kid was singing on there when he was only 14 years old.
But I'm afraid I don't know how.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden back at it again with a brand new Before They Were Famous video, this time on August Alsina, here for you, of course, on Before They Were Famous. Now, you guys requested this video and have been for a number of years now, so be sure to turn on them post notifications so you never miss an update. Now, we recently dropped an updated video on fellow New Orleans native Suicide Boy, so check out that video after this one. All right, now let's get into this video. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom! August Anthony Alsina Jr. was born on September 3rd, 1992 in New Orleans, Louisiana, to August Alsina Sr. and Sheila Alsina. Now, his mom, she worked 2 jobs to take care of him, his brothers Melvin Jamal Travis, and his sister Nikki. She worked mainly as a dental assistant. Now, as for dad, well, he wasn't in the picture for long, dealing with a drug addiction.
This is the only picture of my father.
How old was he on this picture, Ma?
Now that's a good question. How about that memory lane?
Now, he had a stepfather who came into his life when he was around 1 year old, but he too struggled with a crack cocaine addiction. Now, the family, they lived in downtown New Orleans, specifically in the 7th Ward downtown in Kenner. Now, following the 2005 Hurricane Katrina, well, his mother, she relocated him to Houston, Texas. That was for a better life. We'll get into that a little bit later in this video. But eventually he did lose his father to substance abuse. Now, there was no member of August's family who were musically inclined, but for him there was always a strong connection to music, ever since he could remember. Now, he didn't even know that he could sing, but something about the film Sister Act 2 and a performance by Lauryn Hill singing a rendition of His Eyes of a Sparrow, well, that got him motivated to give it a go for himself. Talking about his earlier years as a singer, he told Complex, "When I started singing, I was going to school. I remember some of the people in school singing, and they had a choir, and I would just watch and listen. Finally, I started at least attempting to try and do what they were doing. When I was younger, we started going to church. I can't say that we were always, the most church-going people. But obviously, something about Lauryn Hill singing in a church and then him going to church and wanting to sing, it all clicked, and he started doing it himself. Now, of course, he was also big into rap, listening to Juvenile, Lil Wayne, Hot Boy, Soulja Slim, Tupac, and more. Just as he was finding his own style and voice, well, his family, they made that drastic decision to uproot him and move him to Houston, Texas. And this was in hopes that his stepdad could get a clean break and get off drugs. Now, to keep up with his newfound passion for music, well, he begged his mother for a webcam so he could post a few videos of himself singing to YouTube. So let's take a look at a 14-year-old August Alsina, and these are the videos I could show you without us getting content claimed by record labels. Even though it's a cover, they be claiming everything.
What if I confess it, and though she didn't mean nothing since it happened.
In 2007, he uploaded his first video on YouTube comprised of a cover of a song by Lyfe Jennings titled Hypothetically from the album Life 268192. Now thereafter, he uploaded many video covers of others, including the works of Musiq Soulchild, and initially he clocked in just thousands of views, but then all of a sudden he was pulling in hundreds of thousands of views. And you know, when you're like 14 years old and a lot of people are watching on YouTube, well, you kind of made it.
What's the secret? To work hard.
Now this was back in 2006, we're talking the early days of YouTube, and the kid, he started to gain himself a following. Now he was also getting recognition and attention for his talent, but things at home, they weren't any better with them now in Houston. Now his stepfather, his drug addiction, it continued to the point where the family, they were missing mortgage payments, and then they had no money for food.
The house would be empty because my step-pops, he would be done sold everything for some drugs, whether it's the TV on the wall or...
Now things got so bad that the kid's clothing, they were actually sold to support his drug habit. Now fed up and his mother not supporting his ambitions to make something of himself as a singer, well at 16 years old he decided to fend for himself and he made the move back to New Orleans, but for some time he was actually homeless.
Homeless for me, I was sleeping in the corner store.
What do you mean?
Literally.
In the store?
Yeah.
Homeless, Aunt? He means homeless.
No, but in the store. Did they know you were there?
Yeah, they knew.
They let you stay there?
It's a store called Quick and Easy in New Orleans.
Now he attempted to continue to attend high school, but there wasn't a school uniform and he was embarrassed wearing the same thing every day, so eventually he stopped going. He has since got his GED. Now for a short while, he was taken care of by his elder brother, Melvin LeBranch III, who was making a living by selling drugs.
Everybody was telling me, no, you don't need to sell drugs, but at the end of the day, I felt like, man, y'all, I'm taking just as much of a penitentiary chance as you are, because I'm in the car with you riding with crack, I'm holding your crack, I'm making sales for you, I'm counting your money, you know what I'm saying? And so if we get pulled over, I'm going to jail too.
Now it became clear that August, he needed to make some money for himself, which turned him to hanging with drug dealers, and it didn't take long for him to realize that he would need to sell it himself in order to get ahead. But then in August of 2010, well, his brother Melvin, he got killed just 3 days before August's 18th birthday. Speaking on this, he told Complex, "My brother got killed, so at that point, I was like, man, I'm out here. We all live in the same way. This is what happened to him, so it's what's gonna happen to me the same way." I was just like, it's either this or that. Following the death of his brother, well, he started to channel all his energy back into his music, and he came out with a mixtape titled The Product in 2012. That was followed up by The Product 2 in 2013, and then his second mixtape titled I Love This. Well, that climbed to number 13 on the Billboard Hot R&B and Hip Hop Singles Chart and ranked number 48 at the list of the Hot 100. He continued to ascend the ladder of fame with his 2014 debut studio album titled Testimony, and that climbed to number 2 on the album charts. Other notable musical endeavors of Alsina, they include the 2013 EP titled Downtown, Life Under the Gun, and the 2015 album This Thing Called Life.
And for me, the biggest thing has been lately is like trying to get people to understand that no matter how much success a person gains or how far they go in life, a person still comes from a certain place.
Now it also looks like he's now taking care of his 3 nieces, Amelia, Caden, and Chaylin, and they are daughters of his late elder brother, Melvin LeBranch III. Now he's continued to suffer some losses, including the death of his sister, and he's also battling his liver disease.
Those toxins from stress and anxiety, it released in your body, and it literally started to eat at my nervous system.
Now this whole Jada Pinkett thing, well, to me it's all just a little weird. Piecing this video together, I actually found a ton of photos, a ton of videos, and a ton of interviews of the two working together, so obviously they were very close, but I can't tell you how close they actually were. I don't know, I don't even want to mess with the Wills right now. They just shut down Shane Dawson, so I'm just a little nervous even talking about it.
Yeah.
But you know, the guy did just drop a new album, and this is 2020, so I guess any publicity is good publicity. But he might be messing with some former friends or lovers. I don't know.
Why not?
Anyways, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. My name, of course, is Michael McCredden, and as for the rest of the story, well, I guess we're just gonna wrap this one up here because this is Before They Were Famous. All right, I'll see you guys in another video. You know what to do. Boom!